Thank you for watching another episode of the Purple Pill Podcast. This is Robert. I'm with my co-host Darren in LA. How y'all guys doing this week?
I'm good. Can't complain. Uh,
Kicking it.
yep, summertime, full summertime, that's for sure.
LA, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. A little tired, but I'm here. Kicking it. What's up with y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. Um, but we got a lot of topics to go through, so let's just get straight into it. This week we're starting with the gays. So, just like we talked about a couple weeks ago, Pandora's box has opened for um, what would we call it? Discrimination in America. LA, what's going on in Texas?
Uh, well, I don't know if you guys remember a couple episodes ago we were talking about the Supreme Court and how they allowed for people to decide whether or not to provide services based on people's sexual orientations, and how was explaining that it is a bad precedent because it opens the floodgates for more malicious rulings. Well, not too long later, here we are in great old Texas, where the judge has refused to marry same sex couples. And instead of being fired or, considered inappropriate, he cites a Supreme Court, the highest court of our land, in his decision. So this makes it now ethical, legal, and binding. So in 2 more weeks, when we are up on the show and we see that a Texas judge refuses to grant what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say a black person tries to go buy a house, and the people are like, "Nope, we're not going to sell it to you because you're black."
That's
And the judge is going to be like, "Oh, well, this guy doesn't want to sell his house to him, and I'm going to cite this Supreme Court decision saying that they have the right to do that. You don't get that house, and we'll bring it here first so you can hear it." How do you guys feel about this precedence and how it's going forward now?
just as a
In two
review.
weeks.
The case from 2 weeks ago, or I'm guessing it happened a while ago, but we covered it 2 weeks ago. Wasn't that like
Scroll down a little bit, Rob.
wasn't it
Hold
because
on.
they were
Do you see that link? 303 Creative LLC versus. Yep, right click, open that. There we go. Now ask your question. We can review it as much as you like.
this was limit the protections, da, 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 da. What what was this case about again? Wasn't it like I thought it was like a restaurant refusing.
No, it wasn't a restaurant. It was a web designer.
Well, that's what it was. Yes, yes. They didn't want to make the for their wedding, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now we're applying this to the judge that doesn't want to marry the same sex couple, essentially, right?
Hmm. Because it's now president. It's legal. He can say no.
Okay, so here's the thing about this, right? I feel like a private entity of a person who just makes websites, yes, you have the right to say no to people. And
Oh.
yes, I do. And then judge, I think that's more of a public thing. I think it's
Do you?
harder to say, yeah, I think judges are a public entity, right?
And businesses are not public entities.
Some are, some are private.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
It's
businesses who give services to the public are public, and businesses that don't are private. How are we distinguishing against this? What makes a
it's
business private as opposed to public? I guess.
stock market what they decide if they go public or if they're not public.
That's what I was gonna
Like the
say. Yeah.
NFL and the
That
NBA is private entities.
so you're speaking about whether it's publicly traded or not whether it provides services to the public, just like a judge does.
Hmm.
So
Good point, LA.
we have very
I,
different understanding of the word public. I think that's the fundamental
I
issue
feel
here.
like judge is somebody that most people will. Yes, I feel like a judge is something that you pay for out of your tax dollars compared
Hmm.
to a private company. Yes,
Hmm. Okay, so I
that's
think you
another
should
way I
shift
feel.
your focus to looking at public being that it is for the general public, not who owns it. A general public, whether you're providing a service to the general public, such as making websites, walking dogs. Let's say you're a judge. Let's say you are a mechanic. These are services for the public. Let's just say, are we on the same page here? That
Yes,
is what we're saying when we say public.
that's
Now,
what you're saying. But yes, I
that's
will.
no, that is what we are talking about in this context of public. That is what this means when we say public, not
I don't know,
who's
man.
running the business. I'm telling you, it's not an argument. This is what I'm saying. So you're on the same track as us. When that's what they're saying here now. So this judge is telling the public he's not marrying gay people. The same way the Supreme Court told the public that it is okay for people to say no to gay people when they want basic things like everyone else. For
I don't think
example,
marriage is
getting a
basic.
website created. For example, getting married. This is why I said this is dangerous precedent because it can now snowball into anything. For example, a black person going to buy a house, a black person wanting to go to a school in a white district. Do you see what I'm trying to say there and why this is important? The reason I'm pushing this is because we can vote soon, very soon. These are things, this is writing on the wall. Please, 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 people, go vote. Do not sit here and say it doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me, my vote does not matter. Because that's what they want. And if they win, they're telling you right now what the fuck's about to happen.
I agree with you in the sense that you want to tell people to vote and that you're pushing this for people to go vote 100%. And I do think this is a discriminatory act. I'm just saying in this case, the judge had a legitimately precedent. Like you said, it shouldn't have
You're
got
right.
it shouldn't yeah.
You're
And
right.
he went to
It
it.
is
And
precedent. It is
at the end of the
precedent.
day,
It is 100% legal. It is 100% legal. But that is the scary part and what I'm trying to get across. That it is legal. That it is precedent. They've already taken away the right for women to control their bodies. Next, they're taking away the people to choose how they want to live. What's after that, Darren? They then control who gets to live where. And as black people get ready, we're not their favorites. You think they don't like gays? Wait till they find black people. They're able to touch black people. Just wait. Think about it. Think about it real
Nah,
hard.
here's the thing though. They've lived with black people for a long time now. I think they're kind of used to us to a certain extent. I think
I
it's like
just
the new racism that they're gonna go after.
you
The
know what
Oh,
Muslim.
I'm
that's why affirmative action's gone away. They're starting to chip. Do not take the gays taking the full brunt of it up front as that they have forgotten about us. They didn't forget about us. You think they forgot what happened during COVID with Black Lives Matter? You think they forgot about the woke nation? You think they forgot about that? They didn't forget about that shit. Just wait. Just wait. I'm telling you.
you know what it is though. I also feel like a lot of the things that passed in the 1960s due to the marching of civil rights leaders, I feel like a lot of that stuff that passed did not protect gay people, right? It didn't. It just it protected people of color, right? I just feel like
Okay.
that's this is kind of what we're also experiencing. But I do think a trickle down effect is always going to happen in this country. That's just what it
Yeah.
is. And this is the first trickle down to this case that we covered 2 weeks ago.
Just get ready. I'll be back with updates, and I will be here to tell everybody what is happening in the world and strongly advocating for you to exercise your God given right as an American, if you are an American. If you're not from America, I hope you're enjoying this shit show because this shit is crazy. This would be like top tier TV if this was on TV. Like if this was Law and Order, I would never turn the channel.
Rob, what you guys say about this? You wouldn't change the channel.
I wouldn't. This shit is crazy. I can't imagine people living like this.
Here's the thing. I'm a little bit with I don't think it's going to be extreme as LA thinks. I don't think it's going to be as heavy-handed and as blunt as white you black kid can't go to my school district. Um, I think the gays are taking the brunt of the art of it, but like until they start refusing black people marriage licenses and be able to make black people websites, I honestly don't really care.
because it doesn't affect you yet. But here's what I'm saying: once it does affect you, it'll already be a law, and then there's not shit you can do
You
about
can
it.
do. I agree. And my
That's the
biggest
scary
thing,
part.
my biggest thing is I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think a judge should be able to say no to that personally. Like if
And
that's not
just
if
for the record, uh, Florida, DeSantis is generating a private army, more or less. Let's just say a private militia, and they're calling it his Secret Service or whatever they call it, even though he's not fucking president. And tax dollars pay for this. And these people are going around enforcing Ron DeSantis policies. Policies are not laws, just so you know. So if he's legally allowed to do that, just wait. Is all I'm saying. Just
I'll
wait
be
on it.
honest with
Since it
you,
doesn't affect you
it's probably
yet,
not legal. It's probably not legal.
it
I'll
is.
Wait,
be
he has
honest
his
with you,
own militia?
it's probably not legal. It's
It
just
isn't.
they're probably not able
Honestly,
Floridians need to be
It's
able
legal.
to sue and be like, yo, y'all not using my tax dollars nowhere near. Ultimately the American person should have more say over where their tax dollars go.
Yeah, I agree
I
with that.
think that is the biggest thing that most Americans would agree on.
not
That'd be
really,
great.
Darren. Let's be honest. Like, here's the thing: they do have town hall meetings for you to go to speak your mind, but to have a decision, like, how much decision making is that? What does that include? Like, if like how much decision making is that? Do we have to vote on everything?
I would
You know what I'm saying?
easily
It's gonna make
each
everything
year.
take longer, technically.
That's what,
It's
No.
gonna make it
yeah,
take
that's what it
longer
does.
I
than it
disagree
already
with
does
that.
take.
I disagree with that. I feel like if you make it the same way we're about to go voting next month or in October, and you're just like, okay, these are the things where you could put your tax dollars. This is on the ballot every year, every time you go to vote. Where do you want to put your money? Okay, here. By 20 years, I guarantee you, we're not moving slow. It's a legitimate process that we know. Okay, this many people
Oh,
voted that they want to put their money here. This many people say they want to put their money here. We're going to be really light in the ass in this fund, but we can just only encourage people to put their money in there next time.
I feel like it's gonna backfire.
You said what?
I think I think that honestly might be too much power for the people. That sounds actually too powerful.
Why we are a country built off we are the people. We the people. What
Test
are
that
we
shit out
talking
in
about?
Florida. Don't test that shit out in Ohio. That's all I'm saying.
No, dog, wait, no,
I don't want to be the
no.
guinea pigs for that shit. Because we gonna
You
wake
don't
up one
want
day
what?
in the national parks and dog shit.
I don't think that at all. I don't
I
think that
think
at
that
all.
exactly. One year, nobody's gonna give shit to national parks, and there's gonna be like only like $1,000 set to national parks. You'll be like, hey, bro, no more national parks. We gotta shut these bitches
I think
down.
that's I think that's bull jive. I think as Ohioans, we grew up in a place where there's a shit ton of parks, and
You think we'll give a decent
like
amount of money to national parks?
I mean, I would like if I'm getting taxed and my money needs to go somewhere. Yes, I would easily say go to
So
parks if
let's
that's
do
the case.
this. Let's do this then. Darren, how much? Where's your money going?
Let's just say parks in this case.
Do you really want it to go to parks?
I think it's a percentage thing,
So you
right?
so you get to divide your money up now.
What is wrong with this? What is
So
wrong with this
here's the
concept
thing,
of it?
Darren. Okay, you have me here. You have me on the idea that okay, I'm Darren. I paid, let's just say $30,000 in taxes last year, and I want that $30,000 to go to parks. I'll be okay. That's I'm cool with that. But then if you say I want 20% to go to parks, I want 20% to go to education, I want 20% to go to the military, I want 20% to go to the firefighters, I want 20% to go You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
You
whoa,
can't
whoa,
just keep
whoa,
doing
whoa,
that.
whoa,
I don't
Rob,
like
Rob.
that.
No. You literally you're putting too much. You're putting it too many topics. It could be infrastructure. It could be parks and recs. It could be security, essentially our police force, our firefighters, our first responders, and such like that.
So what are you doing?
I don't know each year to year. It
No,
depends on what I
this
see.
year. This year.
This year the
If this
roads are
vote
good,
was
so I
today,
probably
what are
wouldn't
you
do
doing? You're doing
infrastructure.
parks.
I would probably do something like for Ohio taxes, the money that's going to Ohio. I'll probably do Parks and Rec. But I feel like
Parks
we're
and Rec,
doing
bet.
getting off topic.
LA, what are you doing?
I mean, if there's an option, I just go education.
Bet.
You know, education, local things, or not local things, but like infrastructure. And then
You get one
maybe
thing.
if I just did one thing,
You only get one thing.
education.
Education, bet. I'm sending my money to the fire department.
To what?
The fire department.
Not
Oh,
bad.
okay. So we all literally chose 3 different things.
So the
and we
police are
all know
fucked
each other.
up.
What?
We got no police. We're fucked.
I got
Rob, we're
guns. It's
3
fine.
We're
people.
fucked. We're dead. We're
I
all
got
gonna
guns.
die.
I'm fine. I'm
We're
fine.
3 people.
They can come get it out of Nipsey's mouth if they want.
3 people. I'm sure there's somebody that will say, "Hey, let's make sure we take care of the police officers."
Oh man.
Like let's not think that this is not a possibility. Americans are smart enough to make their own decisions. Some, I guess.
Exactly, bro. That's why we don't need every individual. We don't need crackheads telling me where to put the money. Put the money
Crackheads
into
don't
the
vote.
drug industry. I'm like, no,
Crackheads
bro,
don't
get the fuck
vote,
out my
and neither
face.
do convicted felons. So,
Thank
I
you.
agree with that. No convicted felons.
Or
well, they
no,
don't vote.
no, they
They
can't
don't
vote.
vote.
They
So,
shouldn't be able to.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'll
that's
A felon?
rather. I
No,
would rather
Darren.
a
A felon?
convicted
No.
felon. I would rather a convicted felon vote than a crackhead.
I agree with
Oh.
that, but like
All right then.
at a certain point, once you're a crackhead, don't you become a convicted felon? Is it like a Pokemon evolved thing?
I don't know. You probably eventually do crimes and become a felon, but I don't know if they're 100% related.
Anyway,
All
to
right.
stay on the topic, y'all. This is clearly wrong. And
Oh, by the way,
LA,
Darren, this was June 30th, almost exactly 2 weeks ago.
so LA might have been right about this being a dangerous president. I might have been wrong about that.
Ellie, no, Darren, stand your ground. I think you'll be fine.
No,
We'll find out.
no. A part of me is like, a part of me think yes. If you are a business owner and you just don't want to, perform this public service for this person, cool. Especially if it makes you uncomfortable. You're making a full website for people who are, I think, the same sex marriage. I think they were. So I guess I get it. I kind of get that. But the judge thing, I still don't get. I don't get it. So
Yeah, the
I'm
judge thing
kind of
is out of
torn.
control.
That's why I'm kind of torn on it. But at the same time, if I'm torn on it, I can probably go with LA on that one.
Well, just so you know, Texas is a red state, and that judge is probably
woo.
along party lines, and party says no, so he's saying no. So 10 years down the road, when party says no black people, he's also going to say no black people. Why, Darren? Because of what we just talked
I
about.
don't.
It doesn't.
LA, I
affect
don't think
him
they're going to
yet.
be able to say no black.
It
people.
doesn't affect him yet. Why
I-
not?
I-
Just 80 years ago. Remember, just 80 years ago, it was a law saying black people were a third of a person. Why is it so far to believe that the same people who were
3/5.
just children, whatever, just children at that point in time being indoctrinated in this shit still believe that shit? Why is that so far fetched?
It's
Why
not.
is it so
LA,
hard to believe
LA, it's
with
not
all of these
far-fetched.
laws coming out that it's hard to believe? Why is that?
It's not.
Can you explain to me why? Can you explain to me why?
It's not.
It's not far-fetched. That's not the point. It's not
Can you
far-fetched.
give me
So what's
an
the
example or reason why it's not far fetched?
It's not far-fetched.
If okay,
Can
then
you-
what's the point then?
Can you
Rob? What's the
explain
point?
why? Can you explain why you feel that
I'm
way
just
to me?
saying. Just the thing, I don't think our America will allow black people to be discriminated against in
But they'll allow gay
2085.
people to be.
Yes. Yes.
That's wild. That's a wild
That's
concept right there, Rob.
that's
I think
crazy to
I
me,
think
but,
I think Americans like black
you
people more than they
realize
like
gay people
gays,
can be black
especially in
too.
modern
You realize
America.
gay
Yes, I
people
do.
can be black as well.
But
So
that's
it's
Hey,
also
that's it's
discrimination.
bad
discrimination.
out there for them, right? It's always been bad for them. It's always been bad.
Stop. I'm not about to
And it's
know.
not always been
Rob
bad
is,
for black people.
I was about to say Rob is walking
But-
a very
Yeah,
dangerous.
then the '80s happened,
Bro.
and then it got bad for the gays.
It's still bad for black people, is what I'm trying to. It's fine.
And the gays.
It's fine. I pray, Rob, that you continue to have this outlook because that means you've had a great, blessed life, and I continue to pray for that.
Wait, what?
Rob, I
outlook?
really
What does
think-
that have to do
I
with
really
anything?
think- Rob, you really need to think about this one a little bit. man.
Let's think about it.
give
Let's
you-
think about it. Let's talk about it.
I give you.
We don't want nobody in this country to be discriminated against. Period.
I agree.
I'm
Point
still
blank, period.
waiting for
Facts.
why he thinks it's far fetched.
He said it's
I never
not
said it was far fetched.
He kept saying it's not far fetched.
Oh, so then you do believe what I'm saying is possible then?
Yes.
It's possible, yes.
He just said. He said that's not the point. That's what I was trying to get out of him. What is the point then?
About what? Well, which one? Which point? I mean,
So
I-
if it's
I don't
not
know
far
any of
fetched
these.
that black people can be discriminated against, just as the way the gays are now,
right?
and time rolls back to the 30s and whatnot, or the,
Oh
back
yeah,
in
and I
the
said that I
1800s,
think America likes black people more than it likes the gays.
and you think that they like them enough that they won't do that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Even
not
though
going.
it was already done before, and that the same people who are the children of the people who did it are now in power.
Yes,
Bro, you tripping on this?
We're
one.
gonna
I'm
be-
sorry, bro.
That's
because you
crazy
say
to me,
that
but
you
good.
say that you say that that's going to happen in 80 years. They say in
I
50
didn't
years
say in 80
Mexicans are.
years. I didn't say anything about
They
it.
say in
100 years
50
ago.
years the Mexicans will be the highest populated people in America. Do you think the Mexicans fuck with us for the most part? They fuck with us. We let them say the
But-
N-word.
Rob,
They voted
I-
for us.
So you think what's gonna happen?
I think the Mexicans are outpopulate the white people, and it's become a more Hispanic country.
But you realize the people who are still making the laws
are
are
going to
still
be white.
like what does that? I don't understand what we're talking about.
You know, it's very hard for white people to
But
give
the-
up their power right now, right?
But the Mexicans are going to be the ones voting them into power.
How are they going to vote into power when they're literally blocking Mexicans from voting in the southern hemisphere of this country right now?
We're talking
How?
50 years down the line. What are we talking about?
I'm talking about right now, dude. They're
Are
making
they
laws
legal?
right
Are they
now to
legal
stop
citizens?
Latino people from voting,
Are they
regardless
legal
of America,
citizens?
regardless of legality.
That actually matters.
So if you're born in the States, regardless if your parents are from these states or they came
That's a legal
legally, you are a
citizen.
U.S. citizen.
Correct.
If you
Yes,
are
you
born
are.
in the States, you are a natural citizen, correct?
Correct. Even if
Yes.
your parents are illegal, yes.
Even if your parents are illegal, those people are being targeted now.
And that's
yes,
wrong.
they are.
And they're not being allowed to vote, is what I'm
And that's
trying to tell
wrong.
you. This is, and then if that
But what
is
does that have to do
wrong,
with the
why
gays?
is- How is that so far away from a step from black people? The gays
Bro,
are
how
already
does that have to
gays.
do with gays? Is because how do you get 50 years in the future and say that
It's
this is going to
happening.
change everything, but right now they're being blocked.
I don't understand. How did it, I'm gonna draw you a
What's
picture.
going to change in 50 years for them? That's going to make them not be blocked to vote.
They're going to outpopulate the white people.
But they still can't vote, dude. What we just go kill everybody?
We're just going to be
No, but-
overpopulated, and they're going to essentially somehow run it all, even though they're not making the laws. LA. That's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that they're going to run the country. I'm just saying they're going to be able to vote.
They're being blocked
Okay.
right now. That's what
Okay.
he's saying.
I know they're
Okay.
being blocked. I don't think they're going to be blocked for 50 years.
They're making a militia in Florida right now to go after these people, dude. Do you not listen to me? This shit is bad. It's
Yeah,
happening
no,
now.
But here's the thing, though. I never got to talk about the militia. I actually like the idea of the militia, just not in the concept of Ron DeSantis is using it in
Oh
currently.
my God.
I
No,
think we
no,
should have.
no,
I think we should have a
no,
militia in Chicago.
I pray for you. I pray for you, and I hope you have a
No,
continued
No,
blessed life.
no,
with them.
LA. No, we're not. We're not.
We need to
leaving
put
this.
them in the most crime-filled
No.
cities.
No,
and
he's
put-
wrong.
put
He's
people in
completely wrong.
martial
Stop
law.
it. No, fucking no. No, absolutely not. Do each state have their own national? Is
Guard?
national?
Guard.
Yeah, thank you, National Guard.
I'm pretty sure,
Yes,
yeah.
is that a thing? Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Building your own militia
Personal.
off of a state that is separate from your U.S. government
Only
is
reports
wrong,
to you.
especially
I don't know.
especially over the tax to people's. Fuck that! Get the fuck out of here, Rob. You are fucking crazy.
This is crazy.
Rob,
I would rather
Rob
that
is
happen than people make their own mini militias. Like people get together and make their own mini militias like they do.
That's
like
what
on the border.
happened. That's what happened with
everybody's
the
trying to
Proud
die
Boys.
for everybody's bro.
I don't like that.
Every
Rob just want a whole bunch of militias running. A black people militia, a gay people militia. Rob is wrong. This is
and
wrong.
then
This is
he's gonna
wrong.
be at home, tucked away, not a part of it because it doesn't affect him yet.
I'll probably be in the militia, beating motherfuckers'
Oh,
asses.
send me a picture, please. Send me a picture.
I'm gonna be a
Because
stormtrooper.
I'm 100% gonna be on the other team. I'm like, I want him.
I want a stormtrooper. I'm gonna be a stormtrooper.
I'm a Superman kick you. in
But
the chest.
in all seriousness,
I'm truly-
uh, hopefully this gets turned around soon. We just wish for the best for the gays, and yeah.
I found Nipsey's name tag. Oh, let me get my name out of it. But it says, "I'm lost. Please call my dad."
That's adorable.
completely random. I was walking my dog this week. You know, like early in the morning, there was a dog that just came up to me and my dog. I was like, no owner, no nothing. And I was like, bro, I felt so sorry for this dog. I tried to get his collar. My dog was kept on barking at him and growling at him as he kept on trying to come up with me. It was a whole thing. And I just hope that dog found his way home.
You know he didn't. You just let that dog die there.
I did not just let
It's
that
100
dog.
degrees outside. It's the
I
hottest
was,
week of the year.
bro. When I tell
and
you,
you out
when I
here.
tell you, I was the only person stopping for this dog. I walked up to multiple people and was like, "Yo, is this your dog? You know whose dog this is?" Da da da. That everybody's just sitting there like, I don't know. One guy just picked up his dog and just kept walking. I was like, "Bro, this is wild.
Darren,
This is a little.
that's fucked
He's
up,
a
Darren.
little guy too, not like an older dog. He's a little guy.
In LA, he left the dog in the rain like the Charizard in Pokemon.
It wasn't raining, and
Wow.
the
You
dog.
left Charmeleon out there in the rain with his flame bubbles out? You crazy. You cold-blooded.
Crazy,
dude. What's
Darren,
wrong
bro.
with
I did not do that. That
you?
dog.
You should not be allowed to have Pokemon.
I don't have no Pokemon.
You do. You have
I'm
Ralph.
telling Ralph.
Ralph is not no Pokemon.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Did you just decide that dog's nationality?
Ralph is family. He's not a Pokemon.
Pokemon can't be family now? You discriminating against Pokemon?
I don't
That's
know.
fucked
I
up,
never
Darren.
had one. I just know
You ha-
Ralph is family.
Rob or Darren? It's okay.
I'm gonna pray for Rob in the way he sees America.
I'm gonna pray for you in the way you see your animal.
My dog is great, but he don't like other dogs. I don't know what to tell you.
He likes other dogs.
He did not like that dog that day. He's like, it's too early. You walked up on the wrong one.
So, if
All
you guys
right.
ever played Assassin's Creed,
Yes.
you know how that bad boy be jumping off them eagle cliffs for like 50 feet, making you nauseous, till you land in some hay?
Yep.
Well, you can buy this shirt for a little bit over too much money, and you can feel what he feels now. You ever
That's
seen
crazy.
Ready Player X, or what was it? Ready Player
Ready
9?
Player
Or
One.
Yeah.
Ready Player One.
whatever it is. Yeah. So something like that, but in shirt form, is what I believe this company OWO, or however they pronounce themselves, has created. So let's scroll down a little bit.
That's kind of cool. Not that you say
Uh,
automatically that you're gonna be able to
so
feel.
this bad boy is going to be about $560, but it will. The shirt includes haptic points at your chest, stomach, lower back, and arms. So it will adjust 9-way parameters to simulate interactions ranging from wind to a dagger. So you can use the mobile app to calibrate the sensations to make it more high, low, whatever you want for whichever game you're playing. But essentially, you are now able to get in the game. I believe with this type of technology, VR and AR technology can now be more focused in game development. And I think this is opening a new path and career for them for some people looking to get into game development or fashion or a new type of wearable technology. Maybe we can now have clothing that can be temperature controlled, cool you down if you're too hot, warm you up if you're too cold, maybe check your pulse, maybe even deliver insulin. I think this is crazy technology. How do you guys feel?
Those are a lot of different benefits for it that you just named that I definitely didn't think of because I was thinking definitely from the entertainment standpoint. I'm a big fan of Ready Player One. So, yeah, if you're thinking about all the other advances in that you can use this for, then yeah, I think that's really great. But just from the standpoint of technology or gaming, um, this sounds crazy, crazy fun. Just very immersed in the experience of what you're playing.
Yeah, they also have treadmills that do like 360 degrees, where you can station yourself on it and you can walk. And as you walk on the treadmill, your character moves at that pace. So, for example, if this was a Call of Duty game, you have the shirt, you have the treadmill. It is now a workout essentially, but you are playing the real game with your friends and you're moving. You're able to dive, you're jumping, you can climb. Like I feel like that would be dope.
No, would
Can you
be that
imagine?
would be.
You playing with your boys, you got your little man cave, you got your little setup ready, you put your Google, your Apple glasses on, you in the game with your boys, you can dap them up because you guys got gloves and you can feel it. Like that sounds pretty dope.
That would be
Be like,
kind of fun.
you ready, dude? And your dude's all the way in Baltimore, and you in Columbus. Like I feel like that'd be dope.
I need some firepower. Could kill him and then run over on
Yeah,
him and take everything.
bring it back to me.
So, LA, question.
What's up? What's the question?
So do you get a game with this?
I don't know. Probably not. Knowing EA.
It says the game will be released October 12th, and the OWO shirt will be include a game code. OWO's Founder Edition shirt sold for $560, but it was also part of the 2,000 unit batch and won't necessarily reflect the final price. So, is this coming with the game? I'm confused as fuck.
Oh, there's not enough info for me to know.
I doubt it.
Compatible
It
games
might.
frequently rely on mods such as Fortnite and blah blah blah. But there are already a handful of native games like Brigade 2, Reloaded, and Drone War. This is the first major collaboration. So
I
there's
mean,
two
if the
games.
shirt's almost $600, I would hope I get a game with it.
This game's a 9 out of 10. That'd be kind of crazy. Imagine getting
Ah.
shot in this game and you're just like, that'd be kind of
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Well, it's really
So,
gonna be
are you guys
crazy
gonna
for
get this?
people.
No, I probably won't. That's a lot of money for a shirt.
Yeah, not until later when it's probably cheaper or more games are able to be patched with it.
I might get it for the boys for Christmas or something, and they can use it. But me personally, I won't wear it. No, I don't play games enough.
I
Unless they
feel
somehow get it involved in Madden, and then I'll come back for some
it.
Madden.
Ooh,
I'm
I'm
truly
putting that shit
going.
on high. I'm gonna
I
feel
want to
all
feel
of
this.
TJ Watt when he hits me.
Y'all niggas crazy. I ain't
I'm
doing
flip
that.
blocking everybody.
You just fear somebody over your shoulders mossing you. Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, I want to feel
I'm
the
like,
breeze as
what?
I catch the
No.
ball. I'm
I'm
breaking
like, no.
all of Brittany's glasses in the living room.
Yeah, man. That looks like fun though.
Definitely does.
All right, we're heading back to Death Valley. What's going on there?
So this summer has been one of the hottest summers of his recorded history, if I'm correct. And Death Valley is no, I don't know what word I'm trying to use here. But
No.
tourists are actually going to Death Valley to experience the world record of heat that's expected to hit 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Would you guys travel there if you guys? I don't even know. I don't know what would make you go experience this heat.
There's no way white people are going to this, right? I feel like 131 degrees will break your sunscreen.
I feel like it was all white people that was going.
Like they're gonna have like 3 layers of sunscreen on. They're gonna look like us when they're done.
Bro, I just couldn't imagine. Like, why would you go experience that? Why would you want to go experience that?
I don't. Maybe they just wanted to be part of history, Dan.
Maybe.
There's other ways to be part of history in this world. We live through history so much that this, like, come on, y'all, this is a blimp on the radar compared to everything else, right?
I'm not going.
I
But
wouldn't.
some people like Instagram posts and shit and TikToks and
Your phone ain't gonna
their
work in the heat.
content. Well, you just have to record it and then you can post it later.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get how you just want to be that steamy. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Rob, what's going on in this?
A whole lot of ignorance, so we can skip it if you want. It's up to you. All right. Tell me what you guys think of this video.
Long live Diplo, right? Say long name out your fucking mouth. Fuck nigga, I'll kill you, bitch. Fuck nigga, I'll kill you. Say Diplo name again. Say Diplo name again. Say Diplo name again. Long live Diplo, right? Say long name out your fucking mouth.
So for people who can't see this, this young man was in a car and a white girl and another black young man were pointing a gun at his head and his chest, telling them to say with one of their friends, "Long live Debo." The story goes that this young man was trying to rob these people, got caught because he didn't realize people were in the car, and they pulled guns on him and basically held him hostage for a unknown amount of time, but for a decent amount of time. Put it on the Instagram. Now these two people are in jail and are probably going to be in jail for a long time for kidnapping a
Holy
teen.
shit. Holy shit. That is a one hell of a story. I'm gonna steal LA's phrase for this one. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Oh no, they didn't kill him. I don't think.
Ultimately, he shouldn't have been going into their car to try to rob them. That's one, because they have the right to defend themselves. Two, they should not be kidnapping people. Like if somebody did the crime, either you're gonna let that person walk away, call the cops, or in this case, probably end their life. But the latter is probably not the best in the situation, especially because you already got them at gunpoint. But yeah, everybody's wrong in this situation. There's no way of slicing it.
What's this video called?
They
Or
just
who
got
posted
arrested.
this video? Who posted this video?
Hood News
Like
official.
no, the Instagram at the top left.
Oh,
Fuck nigga, I'll kill you, bitch.
I can't tell.
Either
Yeah, it's
Wanted to see.
too grainy.
something guap.
Wanted to get some information on it, see what's actually happening, but
Something guap.
can't really find anything.
Uh,
Don't have a total Twitter name or handle or something.
Yeah.
Do you know where this was at? What city?
No, I have no idea.
Ah, that
I
could
just know
be
they got
anything.
arrested.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. You can't kidnap people in this situation, even if they're trying to wrong you.
Let's see.
All right. Now, do you guys want to see some white dudes dance? On a happier note, I should say.
Yeah.
Now watch the two black men in the back. Darren, you're on the right. Ellie, you're on the left.
That's my heart. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
MC
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you
All right. Out of 10, what do you give them?
I had to see the other people, I guess, but I love that song. I don't know what vibrations was happening. Was there an earthquake going on? But they seem to be vibrating a lot. And I don't know what's happening there. I'm just used to seeing Michael Jackson and Chris Brown dance, I guess. So maybe I don't understand the new "You Got Served" moves. I haven't seen "You Got Served" 18 yet, so it was interesting to watch.
So I grew up with Michael Jackson and Chris Brown.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
grow up with You
I
Got
don't know what
Served.
this is. I don't know what this is, dude.
Bro.
But I
Dance
do
battle.
know Beyonce got some twins called the Les Twins, and they do shit like this, and they are fire, according to the internet. So maybe that's their inspiration for it.
Darren, what's your score?
I think he was right. The guy on the right in the gray is my reaction. Like as soon as they would have got back choreography, I would have been like, "Oh, this is dope. This is dope."
No, they were laughing at him.
He was not laughing.
Yes, he was.
He was not laughing. He was
When they did the
impressive. He
whole
was losing
octopus
his
thing,
focus.
the octopus move at the end, he was laughing at him. But I thought that was pretty interesting to watch. What's going on at Florida Japanese steakhouses?
So Florida's been. I feel like we do a lot of stuff on Florida,
Everybody
and
does, Darren. It's Florida.
I guess, but I feel like we do a lot of stuff on Florida. But in this case, Florida Japanese steakhouse shuts down after customers test positive for meth after eating at restaurant. Several, uh, man, I can't read today. Seven patrons reportedly fell sick after eating at a restaurant's hibachi table, and 3 people later tested positive for meth. That's gotta be crazy. Imagine eating there, and then you just see the same people at your table just started the drop. And you're like, bro, you good? Like, what's going on? And then you're like, whoa, I don't even feel right. What's going on? Find out later you was tested positive for meth. What do you do in that case? Obviously, you probably go legal on these people, but what do y'all think?
I mean, from my understanding of drugs are expensive, so people aren't just giving out free drugs. So I don't know if anyone drugged them while making the food from the restaurant, but who knows? Anything's possible. This is crazy.
Maybe it was just in their food and they just didn't know it. Maybe somebody laced the food and it was just hid it
Like
there
I
for a little
said,
bit.
drugs are expensive from what I've been told. So I don't think people are just randomly doing things with drugs like this. Like how much meth would it take to affect people if you put it in chicken? Like who's doing this math? No one knows. Like I think this was an accident. Like someone might have been doing meth and then dropped it maybe inside
Dropped
of
the
some
meth in
shit
the hibachi.
in the sauce or something, like the sauce that they give out to everybody.
That's crazy.
Because that's the only way that makes sense. Like if they bring out chicken, like you will see your chicken being cooked in front of you. The only thing that's prepared ahead of time would be like the salad or the sauces.
He's kind of right. He's kind of right on that one.
So like, I don't know. Unless your manager's your boyfriend, he cheated on you, and you want to fuck up his business or something. I don't know why you would do this on purpose.
Bill Cosby.
But this is wild.
Bill Cosby did
Bill
it.
Cosby, meth will do other things besides what Bill Cosby was allegedly doing. But I don't know.
I don't know
That shit is
either at
wild.
the end of the day. But at the same time, regardless, I don't care. Nobody should be getting drugged while they eat.
Shit, that sushi must have hit though. Shit.
Did you guys hear about Larry Nassar? Just real quick. Apparently, he got stabbed up in prison.
Dude's a monster, though.
Well, like I always say, don't be dumb and stupid, because this is what happens. You go to jail and get stabbed and raped.
I don't feel
But
sorry for him at all.
I didn't
Not
say
even
feel
the
sorry
slightest.
for him. I
I
said
know. I'm
don't
just
be
throwing it
dumb.
out there. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't feel sorry for the dude at all.
When you
That's all.
dream, like your vision.
All right, so we got a bunch of shit we gotta get through.
Let's do it.
Crazy new theory proves that the Titanic never sank. Darren, do you want to talk about this a little bit more?
Yeah, so we got a friend that brought this to my attention probably about a year ago or so, and it's been playing in my head every time I think about the Titanic. And I'll let y'all. Somebody actually broke it down on IG, so I'll let y'all go through it because I know I couldn't. Never mind the guy
Actually
eating.
had two boats. He had the Titanic and he had the Olympic. And the Olympic was a little bit older and a little bit more run down, and it was also in some accident.
Okay.
So the theory is that JP Morgan sank the boat on purpose because he knew he would get a lot of money.
What?
He did it for the insurance money, right? But why sink the newly built Titanic when you could scratch off the paint, swap the names, and sink the Olympic instead?
You just painted the word Titanic over the Olympic?
It gets worse. Guess who was on that boat?
Who? I know there's a lot of people on the boat.
All of JP Morgan's business competitors.
What?
And not one of them made it out.
Oh my god.
But guess who wasn't on the boat?
Who?
JP Morgan.
Was he supposed to be?
He canceled minutes before it left.
Because he knew it was gonna sink.
And there was a guy named James Fenton, right, who survived and worked on the boat. And on his deathbed, his last words were, "The Titanic never sank. It was the Olympic."
Wait, what?
And he said that if he said anything, something bad would happen to him.
So what you're trying to say is the movie Titanic's actually called the Olympic?
So this theory was brought to me by a friend of the
Couldn't watch
podcast.
that any video of that video because this dude was eating his whole fucking meal on the right hand.
Yeah, I took it off the screen. I couldn't watch that.
I couldn't even listen anymore.
Y'all didn't listen to the video?
I turned it off so people can just listen to it. But yeah, I wasn't about to make people watch this nigga eat fucking food.
Okay. Ultimately, that's
Fuck
what
that
they're trying
nigga.
to say.
Fuck that
They're
nigga
trying to
in
say-
his YouTube channel.
They're trying to say JP Morgan had two boats or one boat, the Olympic, run down, had an accident, wished it a couple nights before with the Titanic. Was supposed to get on the boat, didn't get on the boat. All his competition got on the boat, died, did not make it out. And he was able to have a new boat called the Titanic, essentially, and also kill off all his competition in the process. That is a theory, not fact. I want to just let that be known.
So he didn't tell the nigga piloting the ship, sailing the ship.
I don't know. It's a theory.
Hey nigga, you about to die tonight. Fuck you and your family.
It's a wild theory.
He's a different type of white
definitely
people.
want to get our friend back on the podcast to explain what happened with this.
Oh, was that Trevor?
Yep.
All right, bet. All right, so this is the shit that's going out on in LA.
Sir, what are you trying to get? What are you trying to get? Hold on, don't make the situation bad. What are you trying to get? What are you trying to get? What are you trying to get?
I have a fucking problem, man.
Okay, but can you
I
fucking
have
leave?
a disease. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
man. I want to kill myself.
Okay, then go ahead and do us all a favor.
No,
Go ahead.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know if he got a gun. You don't know if he got a gun, okay? Don't say that. Don't say that. You don't know if he got a gun.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot happening here.
We gotta avoid that conflict too. Because if you
Just so
tell, here we
upsetting.
go. I'm just saying, I'm a former
No.
cop. If he actually does that and turns around and shoots you, shoots her, shoots him, is it worth it?
No, yeah.
That's okay. We all get in our emotions, but you got to think about those things because you don't have a gun.
No, yeah.
Luckily, I do, but he could too.
No, yeah.
So let's break this down. I saw this video a couple days ago, and I thought, damn, there's a lot of like same thing Darren said. There's a lot going on in this situation. So I want to break this down little by little. Let's start with talking about the gentleman stealing the beer. What's your first reactions of him, and of the situation?
Probably mentally ill.
LA? I think LA pros.
No, LA's still there.
I'm sorry, what's up? I was watching the video.
What do you think of the guy?
What do you think
I
of the
mean,
guy?
it was completely sensible. Like if somebody's coming in your store doing crazy shit, what's that dollar worth? That dollar's not worth your life, bro. Let them have it. Y'all got loss
No,
prevention.
no, I'm talking about
Yep.
the guy stealing.
What do you think
What
about him
about it?
first?
What about it?
I say he's mentally ill. That's what after Rob asked me that he might be
What
mentally.
what about it? I didn't
What's
hear
your
the
what's your
question.
reaction to it?
To him shoplifting?
Yes.
I mean, he shoplifted. It's pretty cut and dry.
Okay.
He did it. Happily, there are people there who had sense. Just let it go because it's water. It's whatever the fuck it is. Let them have it.
It's
Loss
no, it's alcohol.
prevention. You'll make if you lose $1, you'll make $1.25 back with the insurance. Like stores do not care about this shit. It's not that serious.
I think it is serious.
Okay.
I think it's scary. These people don't know what's if their life is at risk. Luckily, this guy was in there because he's a former cop. But my biggest thing is this lady. I'm just happy she's okay because she really could have escalated the situation. That man could have hurt her because she's talking too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And her getting upset can lead to multiple people dying.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, just try to control your emotion in a dangerous situation. I think that's the biggest lesson in this situation.
So what'd you think about her telling the guy to go kill himself?
Like I said, control your emotion in the situation. Nobody rational would say that.
Amen.
I actually had no problem with her saying that.
Oh man.
And just because as a woman that's probably working a low paying job to try to support her family, it's just really sad to see something like that. You're working your ass off every day to try to support your family.
You can't tell people to go kill themselves. Point
It's
blank
not.
period, Rob.
I agree, but no, I think she had every right to say that.
I mean, she can say whatever she wants, but just so you know, wherever she's working at, Walgreens, whatever, could fire her for saying that because it is
Exactly.
being combative, and she will lose her job and not be able to support her family. So, I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, your life is not worth it. Someone wants to come and rob a store that you do not own, that some multi-billion-dollar multinational company owns. Let them have that shit, bro. It is not a big deal. When corporate comes and asks how come people are stealing so much, tell them that you're not supposed to stop them. You can't do anything to stop them. You've reported it to the police. You've done your job.
Higher
In and out.
security.
It is a low-paying job. It is not worth your life.
Yeah.
End of conversation. Any job is not worth your life.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
And don't. I also just don't think you should say that after somebody says they're going to go kill themselves. That's one of those like, you're not trained. No, most people aren't trained to deal with that situation. Like, let's be real.
All right. LA, do you want to wrap up or do you want to do another topic?
End on something funny.
I was gonna end on this.
I sent you a video in the chat about the dancers if you have time for that.
Pulling it up, I'm guessing. Okay, these Beyonce twins.
Make some noise for Let's Play.
You don't have to watch the full thing. You just fast forward a little bit. So these are the people who dance like that, and they started this shit like the 2012s, 2010s. So maybe this is who they're emulating when they're doing their little dance. And they are contracted with Beyonce. They're on all of her tours, and you know her tours are raking that dough. And they are her lead performers. So maybe this is who they're trying to be like when they were dancing.
Oh, this is sick. What you mean you don't get this new Stomp the Yard shit? Not Stomp the Yard shit. What'd you say?
This was 10 years ago, Darren.
What'd you say?
I said this new. You got
What's that?
served 18. Whatever they're doing on you got
Oh,
served
you got
18.
served. This is
Yeah,
still
Darren,
yours.
this is different.
This is 10 years ago, is what I'm saying. This is what I remember seeing. What this vibrating shit these dudes were doing, I don't know what that was, but maybe is the new version of this, is what I said.
This does make those white dudes look kind of bad. But in their defense, this looks like a national tournament versus a local tournament.
They're amateurs.
Again, these people are Beyonce's top performers.
Yeah.
Beyonce is what I'm trying to get across. Like, it's different. But maybe this is what they're trying to get to. So I don't understand. I don't understand this either. But to each their own.
Shout out to the Les Twins. These niggas can dance.
They definitely can. They got some crazy shit going out. Like Beyonce's tour right now, they up on poles. They doing all kinds of shit now. Like this is child's play now from what they're doing.
That's
crazy.
bro. Their choreography gotta be intense.
And they design and create all of their choreography too.
No, that's just that's just nuts. That's nuts.
Yeah.
To have
And
no
only-
creative.
Only 5 years older than us, Darren. Well, they're 6 years older than me.
Oh shit, he threw that shit off the backboard for himself. Oh my god.
Too much.
Oh my god. And on that note of Darren being old, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching another episode of the Purple Pill
Nobody on this
Podcast.
podcast can dance like that. I don't care how old or young you are.
I probably have a better chance than you.
I disagree.
Damn.
I stretched.
You know what?
Darren, when's
Next
the last
week-
time you stretched?
This morning.
I don't believe you.
Next
I'm
week on the
going
Purple
to-
Pill Podcast, we're gonna have a dance battle.
Exactly. Be on the lookout for the social media. I'm
All
getting there. LA just gonna be doing the worm. I'm getting up.
I'm
Pop
about to
lock.
call these dudes on Zoom and get me a choreographed routine while you over here pop lock and dropping.
Darren will bust out the robot in the dance
I'm
battle.
calling the other guys, the white dudes.
You gonna call the white kids? Oh man, you gonna see?
No, I'll call the those kids Grittian.
Earlier in the podcast, a couple episodes ago. Yeah, that was fun.
All right, and on that note, let's thank y'all for listening to episode 125 of the Purple Pro Podcast. We'll see y'all next week for the dance battle between LA and Darren. See y'all next week. Peace out.